Dear students, today's class we are going to talk about the various processing in the data warehouse, like client server computing model processing and host based processing. Okay, so like this, the various things which we are going to see, right? Okay. So the client service server computing model, as it is between the client and server relationship. Okay. So it's represent the distributive cooperating processing, and you can it covers a wide range of functions, services, and other aspects of distributed environment. Actually, in the client server computing model, so client basically it will give a request to the server, and the server will respond to that one. Okay. So and it described processing between the application and the supporting services. So in this one, we'll see the host-based processing. Okay. So it is performed in one computer system, that is an unintelligent system, that is called as a dump terminal, right? Okay. So uh, for this, you can take a single standalone PC as an example for the host-based processing, or an IBM mainframe with attached character-based display terminals. That you can take it as an example for the host-based processing. Actually, it is a totally non-distributed one. Right here, the host computer will be there. Okay, so it has an applications, and it is connected with the data, right? Okay. So and the computers, right? Okay. So this is what host-based processing. Okay. So the next one is a master-slave processing. So in this one, slaves are attached to master computer. So there are two things here. One is a master computer, and another other thing is a slave computers. The slave will be attached, as the name says, slave will be attached with the master computer. Okay. So and perform application processing related function only as directed by their master. What the master say, that alone the slave will do it. Apart from that, nothing. It will never do anything. Okay. So distribution of processing tend to be a unidirectional. Here, the master has to give the command to the slave. That is a unidirectional. Okay. Slaves are capable of some limited local application processing. So it's capable of limited local application processing only, right? Example, mainframe host computer such as IBM 3090. Okay. So it has cluster controllers and intelligent terminals. So this is an example for the master slave processing. So see this diagram. So here the master, and there are many slaves are there. So from the master to slave, it is an unidirectional. So this master is connected with the data. Okay. And this slave can do only the specific applications. Okay. So the next one is the first generation client server processing. Okay. So it has a shared device LAN processing environment. Okay. So this PCs are attached to a device that allows this PC to share a common resource, like file server on hard disk or printer server. Okay. So they are sharing the devices. So example for this model is Microsoft LAN Manager. Okay, so which allows a LAN to have a system dedicated to file and the print services. Okay, so that particular LAN will have a service dedicated to a file and the print services, right? So here you see the diagram. Okay, so this local area network, it is connected with the server, and this dedicated server is attached with the printer. Okay, they can give specific services like file services or printer services, like that they can give. Okay, so the device, the printer device is, shared with the LAN processing. Okay, whoever connected with the local area network, they can able to use the printer. If suppose any file related with the devices are there, they can share that one. Okay, so example for this one is Sybase SQL server. Okay, so for the client server LAN processing environment, Sybase SQL server is an example for that one. Okay, so so here the application, wherever the application is running, so it sends a request to a database server. Okay, so this server will process it and send the requested records to the PC application. Okay, so that is what happening here, right? Okay, so wherever wherever the applications are there, they will be sending the request to the database server. Okay, so from that, this application, the local area connected machines have an application, they will be sending the request to the server. Okay, once the request is processed, so it will be sent back. Okay, so whenever we give any queries, when it is processed, the results are returned back. Okay, so the next one is a second generation client server processing. So it is a two-tier architecture to multi-tier architecture. Either it may be a two-tier architecture, or it can be a multi-tier architecture. Okay, this computing models deals with the server and the dedicated applications, data, transaction management, and system management. Okay, so all these things will be available here. Okay, so it supported relational to multidimensional to multimedia data structure. Even it support relational model, multidimensional model, and the multimedia data structure. Multimedia in the sense, various data types can be used, or various formats can be used. Text format you can use, and image format you can use, document file you can use. Okay, so in the second generation client server, as I have already told you, even you can go with the two-tier architecture to a multi-tier architecture. Okay, so when you see this diagram, okay, so here client is giving the request to the application server. From the application server, it is going to the data server. Okay, so it wanted to fetch any data, it will fetch it and it will return back to the application server, and it is going to return to the client. Okay, so it is basically a three-tier architecture. So thank you all.